Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Appreciate you jumping on. The market continues to move upwards. Lots of news, including rumors around a Gary Gensler resignation coming very soon. Before we jump into the news, let's take a look at pricing. Bitcoin sitting at 89,037, pretty much flat over the last 24 hours. Ethereum down 3.97% over the last 24 hours, sitting at 3,019. Solana down 3%, 208.61. Dogecoin down 10% now to 35 cents. And XRP up 19.90%, sitting at 87 cents. Great to see XRP finally breaking out. That's been the highest price it's been in a long time. Let's jump over to some news and first start here with Jack the Rippler. Coming from Michael Saylor, he says, replacing SEC Chair Gary Gensler is incredibly bullish for digital assets. It's very good for the crypto industry. Ripple has already built the infrastructure for XRP. Prepare for a parabolic breakout. Let's take a listen to Mr. Saylor here in this interview.
That are in focus with the Trump administration coming into play. SEC chairman, for example, a lot of expectations that Gary Gensler is going to step aside. And I realize Bitcoin itself is governed as a commodity, unlike other cryptocurrencies. But when you're talking about the ETFs and when you're talking about the cryptocurrency exchanges and when you're talking about companies like yours, MicroStrategy, which is publicly traded, it is SEC. So how important is that appointment going to be? And who would you like to see at the helm?
Well, I think whoever chairs the SEC has probably the most pivotal role in the entire digital assets industry. I think this is incredibly bullish for digital assets. It's very good for the crypto industry. We're going to see a lot more pro-Bitcoin policies. We're going to see a digital assets framework. We're going to see an end to the war on crypto. We're going to see a lot of pro-Bitcoin, pro-business policies. And I think that clearly the SEC will be a big part of it. So it's above my pay grade to have an opinion on who it's going to be. But I think it's pretty clear the House, the Senate, the White House, they're all very pro-crypto. So I expect that we'll have a very supportive head of the.
Yeah, well said by Michael Saylor. We're already seeing the positive impacts of the Trump pro-crypto cabinet and the anticipation of Gary Gensler resigning. So hopefully we'll get that resignation today from Gary. Ray Fuentes comes in here. He says the XRP Unleashed Atlanta premiere was an incredible event, packed with OGs, powerful insights, and DAI's entire family. Grateful for the opportunity to follow at Fruition Films on this nationwide journey. Order your digital copy of the documentary here, and he gives you the link there. Follow at Ray Fuentes IO. Here he is with BitBoy, Echo X, DAI, and a few others, including Molly Elmore and Jimmy Valley. Great to see all those folks at the premiere of the Rigged from the Start, aka XRP Unleashed. Moving on here, Gary Gensler retweets Bitwise and says XRP, BTC, ETH, Sol. That's the alphabet soup I'd like to see. Bitwise says, we're excited to announce that today NYSE ARCA has filed to list the Bitwise 10 Crypto Index Fund, the world's first and largest crypto index fund, as an ETP. This is the latest steps in our efforts to convert the 1.3 billion publicly traded traded trust to an ETP structure. So great to see there. From Bitwise, we're going to see more of that, no doubt, as we move forward into this new regime with the SEC. Coming from Chad Steingraber, November 18th, he says, beautiful on the rumor of SEC Chairman Gary Gensler announces he will resign effective November 18th, 2024. Rumors he has to revise a textbook. That reference coming from this interview with a gentleman from the Fed back in 2008 or 2009. This is unbelievable. You got to listen to this. It's almost like it's fake, but it's not. Take a listen.
In August of 2008, were you aware of the credit ratings held then by Lehman Brothers, Merrill Lynch, AIG, and did you think that they were accurate?
Well, certainly by that time, it was always clear that earlier credit ratings weren't accurate because they had been downgraded substantially.
No, they hadn't.
There was still some downgrading in terms of the industry and concerns. Certainly the stock price.
Not some. All those firms were rated at least A2 until a couple of days before they were rescued.
Well, then the answer is I just don't know enough to really answer your question on this particular issue.
Governor Fred Mishkin is resigning effective August 31. He says he plans to return to his teaching post at Columbia's Graduate School of Business.
Why did you leave the Federal Reserve in August of 2008? In the middle of the worst financial crisis.
I had to revise the textbook.
His departure leaves the Fed board with 3 of its 7 seats vacant, just when the economy needs it most.
Well, I'm sure your textbook is important and widely read, but in August of 2008, some somewhat more important things were going on in the world, don't you think?
The dude says he has to revise a textbook in the middle of the largest financial crisis in this country, in the United States. I mean, wow. It's pretty bad. Hopefully we won't be in that situation with Gary Gensler, but it'll be great to see him go. Stuart Alderati comes in here from Ripple and comments on Gary Gensler, says his institutional damage to the SEC runs deep. His legacy of undermining American innovation and failing to uphold the law is shameful. With 18 states suing to hold him accountable, I look forward to him soon becoming an unfortunate footnote in SEC history. And Stuart retweeting here, Nebraska Attorney General Mike Hilger. And it says, Attorney General Hilger's co-leads 18-state coalition fighting crypto regulatory overreach. So there is an 18-state group coming together to sue the SEC. Not good for Gary, but even more reason for him to leave. Fred Rispoli comes in and says, so is this fake or is this true? A lot of new news organizations other than Reuters are reporting it, but that means nothing. Don't see a Trump post announcing this either. And this would be a clear step down for Clayton. Lord, I hope this is fake. This is coming on a tweet from Eleanor Tourette. Says, be honest, how many of you in the XRP community nearly fainted when they saw the Reuters blast mistakenly reportedly that Clayton had been picked for the SEC chair again? I have not seen that. Certainly do not believe that's true. So let's hope not. We don't need him back in there. Brad Garlinghouse, he says, joining at Liz Clayman on Fox Business tomorrow at 3 p.m. to discuss how the future of crypto innovation and regulation is already looking up under Trump's administration without Gensler's foot on the market's neck. Tailwinds, anyone? So tune in to Fox Business at 3 if you're interested in listening to Mr. Garlinghouse on 11/15, that is 11/15/2024. Crypto Law says, not good. Retweeting from Bloomberg Law here, says, breaking President-elect Donald Trump announced his intention to nominate former SEC Chair Jay Clayton to be the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York. Again, I have not heard this officially from Trump, so I'm going to say it's not true for now. But Bloomberg Law, you would think, pretty reputable, got information somewhere, but I have not heard this. Coming back to Ray Fuentes, commenting on the SEC lawsuit by 18 states, says, hey, Jimmy Valley, what are the damages now? Because, of course, the SEC and Gary Gensler, Jay Clayton, filed the lawsuit against Ripple and has suppressed that price for now going on 4 years. So we will see what comes of this lawsuit. Bitcoin Magazine also reporting on that as well. So that one is definitely true. And not good news for the SEC, but definitely good news for investors all throughout the United States. So good to see. Appreciate you jumping on. Do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button. We got plenty more news coming your way. We'll see you on the flip side.